Samsung S25 Ultra review. Things just got messy. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is an ultra-premium smartphone that is on the verge of being addictive, and it has the potential to be the most engaging phone that the firm has ever produced. In many respects, it is a phone that comes closer than any other phone that has ever existed to compete with the iPhone's dominance. Nevertheless, in spite of all of its technological accomplishments and all of the software improvements, it might not be the best investment for the majority of people, at least not at this moment. The construction of the S25 Ultra is the first thing that makes it so appealing. In addition to being constructed with reinforced glass on both the front and rear, it is encased in a titanium frame that is more durable than ever before. Surprisingly, it is shown to be durable when put to testing in the real world. The phone has emerged largely undamaged, despite having been subjected to hard treatment, including being thrown into backpacks and camera bags, being used as a prop in an unsuccessful video introduction, and not having a case. It was a scar, but nothing worse. And to tell you the truth, that was a better conclusion than I had anticipated. The scar was caused by a high-impact fall into concrete. Moreover, there has been a significant improvement in the battery life. The phone is capable of providing approximately 9 hours of screen-on time on a single charge when the screen is set to its default resolution. This indicates that by the end of a regular day, it is still sitting at approximately 30 to 40% battery energy, which is an incredible feat of endurance.
By itself, the exhibit is a work of art for the eyes. Not only is it vibrant and clear, but it is also resistant to reflections and practically edge-to-edge. When combined with Samsung's most recent One UI 7 interface, the experience of using the phone is lavish, user-friendly, and, most significantly, familiar, particularly for those who have been using the iPhone for a significant amount of time. The way that Samsung develops its software has undergone a subtle evolution, and it is evident that the company is attempting to make the transition easier for people who are migrating from Apple. Some of the features, like as the revamped multitasking page, swiping motions for control center and alerts, and even the personalization of the lock screen, feel very much like iOS, but in many cases they are handled more effectively. Moreover, there is the performance to consider. The S25 Ultra features an internal chip that has been significantly upgraded, and benchmarking demonstrates that even when subjected to stress, it is significantly faster than the model from the previous year, or even the iPhone that is currently in use. Nevertheless, here's the thing. Despite that performance boost, the additional power doesn't add much to the experience when it comes to it being used in everyday situations. The smoothness and responsiveness that customers experience is more a result of the polish of the software than it is of the raw horsepower. The vast majority of Android applications are just not designed to take advantage of such high-end specifications, and the most popular games on the Play Store are often tuned for devices that are significantly less powerful. Even with all of this capability, many apps continue to suffer from latency and poor optimization. For example, Zoom calls may appear to be of a lower quality. The Amazon app is cumbersome, and even games like Pokemon TCG Pocket function more slowly than they did on prior iPhone versions. This brings up a more significant problem, which is artificial intelligence. AI is responsible for a significant portion of the S25 Ultra's innovative and next-generation feel. From clever editing features such as AI Select, which allows you to extract a single sentence from a block of text, to the greatly better image object removal tools, it is now abundantly evident that artificial intelligence is becoming firmly incorporated into the capabilities of mobile devices. Functionalities such as on-screen Gemini integration and real-time video conversation are truly futuristic. These features let you ask questions that require clarification regarding a video or to receive ideas that are responsive to the context of the video. The wallpapers that are generated by artificial intelligence are not only visually stunning, but also dynamically change the color theme of the phone to match.
In spite of all the potential it holds, Samsung's incorporation of AI is not without significant limitations. The AI lock screen briefs, which provide duplicate information, and the interpreter mode, which regularly mistranslates, are two examples of features that create the impression of insufficient development. While some, such as cross-app actions or live call summarization, are interesting from a conceptual standpoint, they lack the level of sophistication that is necessary for consistent and practical application in the real world. Uncertainty is perhaps the most obvious problem. These artificial intelligence functions are only promised to be free until the end of 2025, after which Samsung may begin charging for them. There is no information regarding the pricing of these instruments. Therefore, it is difficult to determine how much value they will actually provide over the long term. This uncertainty casts a shadow on the phone's price tag of $1,300, particularly when considering that the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which shares a significant portion of the same software and artificial intelligence feature set, is already available for approximately $800. In the event when the primary distinctions between the two mobile devices consist of performance that the majority of users would not notice and artificial intelligence features that may soon be available at an additional cost, it becomes difficult to justify the higher price. Additionally, it is important to note that many of the artificial intelligence features are really driven by Google, which means that other Android phones may soon have them as well. Although the hardware has not changed significantly, there have been significant enhancements made to the camera system. The results of zoom and ultra-wide photographs are improved, the quality of the video recording is improved with less noise, and the shutter latency, which has been a problem for Samsung customers for many years, appears to have been rectified. If, on the other hand, these improvements are mostly driven by software, then it is possible that they will also be included in the S24 Ultra. Whether Samsung decides to make those updates available to customers or to keep them exclusive as a means of generating fresh sales is something that needs to be seen. There have even been some aspects of the phone that have been redesigned. As an illustration, Samsung has discreetly removed the Bluetooth capabilities from the S Pen, which means that it is no longer capable of functioning as a remote for media or the camera shutter, which was something that earlier generations were able to do. Although for the majority of people it is not a deal breaker, it is still a regression that seems out of place on such a technologically advanced smartphone. In the end, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is a phone that provides an incredible experience, possibly the greatest that Samsung has ever provided to its customers. It is elegantly crafted, quick, well-polished, and loaded with features that are reminiscent of the future. However, despite everything that it has to give, it also raises a great deal of questions. Will it be enough to justify the cost of the AI features? How much of this innovation will be adopted by gadgets that are already in use? The question is whether or not developers will optimize their applications to make the most of the technology. The S25 Ultra will not let you down if you are someone who is simply interested in purchasing the best Android phone that is currently available, and if cost is not a factor for you. But if you are concerned about cost, or if you already have a Samsung flagship device, it is more difficult to recommend this product. Unless you have a very specialized use case that takes advantage of the additional horsepower, the majority of customers would be better off waiting until Samsung is more forthcoming about the future of its artificial intelligence ecosystem. Alternatively, you could purchase the cheaper S24 Ultra instead. They would be better off waiting. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.